What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? We are back with Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. This game's name is so fucking weird. I don't know why this game specifically throws me off so much.
Man, this Coliseum thing's a pain in the ass. How the hell's anyone supposed to get in?
Man, they didn't have a minimum.
Sorry, I forgot to open my drink.
Before. Though I will say, this'll probably be easier with more people anyway.
Gross.
We can bolster both our boat and our crew in Honolulu then.
All right. That island. What's up over there? It looks untamed as shit, but there's boats nearby. They hunting for treasure, you think?
But there isn't treasure on that island. It's not marked on the map.
Well, hang on, that's no guarantee. That map only shows where Jack's treasure is, after all. Just because it's not on his map doesn't mean there's no treasure.
Right? And besides, my gut's telling me there's something there worth checking out.
Good number of people. Think it's time to strike up another treasure hunt?
We should definitely go look and see. Maybe we'll get lucky and find it first. Captain, I trust your gut. There's gotta be treasure there.
Hey, appreciate it. Amnesia be damned. At least I know I got instinct.
Well, it's on our way anyhow. Let's stop by if you're curious.
Okay, full speed ahead.
Well,
To the
you're not
Captain's
the-
Gut Island we go!
You're not the captain, you little shit. If anybody, sorry, when I about 5 seconds ago when I said ugh, gross, I'm drinking a Coke Zero. They're better for me than drinking Cokes. I'm trying to, I've said this before. I know, you could just drink water. Yeah, probably. I just didn't feel like opening the case of water that we got sitting in the house. Well, yeah, I tried to switch that stuff, trying to cut my sugar down. But, sometimes, man, that aftertaste of that just really gets to me, and I just go, eh. So how's everyone doing? Holy crap, man. I slept late today. I slept until about like 11:30-ish. By the time I wake up, I like 10:30, 11, something like that. I wake up, kind of sit around, just kind of like in that groggy phase. Make myself some lunch. I sit down and I just pass the fuck out. Oh man, I woke up probably about an hour ago, and still this new job, man. It took that first day took a lot out of me. Day 2 also wasn't very pleasant, mostly because I got food poisoning. The whole family did. I guess maybe food poisoning is a little harsh, but I think we all ate something dodgy for dinner. It was one of those. Hey, is this ground beef good? I think so. And we all ate it, and everybody was having cramps and everything. Like, I thought I got away fine, so because I had to go in, because the place I'm working on is essentially I'm working at a place that is essentially has 2 construction sites, so I had to go through safety training for both the construction sites. Thursday I did one company, and yesterday I did another one. So I go in the morning, like before the thing, I'm feeling nauseous. I'm getting this like kind of like feeling in the back of my throat. So I'm coughing a lot and everything, and I'm not feeling great. I get out to my car and I puke in my car, and it sucks. And if anybody's gonna ask, hey, did you have to clean it up or anything? Luckily, no, because I'm somebody who gets motion sickness very easily. Always have since I was a kid. My other problem was I like to read in the car, and because I wear glasses, so my peripherals, the scenery shooting by would just make me nauseous. So we have kept like air sick bags in the car, and just pretty much my entire life, and it's something I keep doing now. So luckily enough, I had something to catch it. And that was a fun time, but so I ended up having to kind of call in sick for the rest of my day 2, sadly. But is what it is.
Beautiful, ain't it?
I go back Tuesday for my for the next thrilling day of my new job. I go in Monday, but I've got an exam, so that's fun. But yeah, long and short, man, the job took a lot out of me. Like, there was a shitload of walking. It's a huge ass site. It's really cool to be like on a construction site and see all this stuff like go down, but it is. God, man, that jump for when they shoot at you is still weird to me. Just the timing of it. Also makes like that one I just suck. I don't know why the timing of the jump and jump attacks are something I was trying out a lot in this when I was recording this, and I did this in the next video in like one continuous play session. But yeah, man, the timing on those was really off on for me. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm really enjoying the new job. I think it's a really cool site to be on, but there was so much freaking walking day one. I got home, my legs were on fire. I'm still sitting around. I've been exhausted, like, even today. Even after yesterday, I was either hugging a toilet or lying down, going, ugh. Oh boy. But I sound like I'm very upset about my job, and I'm not. I'm having a lot of fun. It's super cool. Ooh, pistola. The Plunderer's Pistol. It's a legend. The hell is that? It's pretty well known amongst treasure hunters. Decently famous, actually. I'd heard it was near Atlantis, but I didn't expect it to be in a place like this. We did it, Captain.
Moo ho ho.
This fucking guy. I couldn't remember.
Like you found something good in there.
I couldn't remember if it was this place or the next place. I love this guy. It's so fucking weird. Captain Beef!
You stand before Captain Beef. I'm a grade A, prime cut treasure hunter.
I'm just sitting here doing the hand gesture. That's so fucking stupid. Oh my god, I love this studio, man. They never fail to make me smile.
If you don't want to hand it over, guess I'll have to take it. By hook, by ear, by heifer and steel. I, Captain Beef, shall claim it.
Did he say by heifer and steer? You can see when I did that slide dash, I was I was really trying to do the heat action there. Because I'm sitting here, god damn it, I'll never live this down if I lose to Captain Beef. He goes moo! Oh god, he's so dumb. Just go down. I am terrible at defending myself in this game. I'm bad at defending myself in Yakuza games, period, but I think especially this game.
Yeah.
Wait!
Huh?
Huh?
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Really? You think that they're gonna keep following Captain Beef after you get your ass kicked the shit out of? You have a good time playing pirate. You're the one who's acting all weird like a cow.
Huh?
Huh?
Seriously?
God damn it. I'm sitting here, like, I'm like, looking at my other monitor. It's not even fucking on. Because it's for my consoles. But I'm looking over there, because if I look at the screen and I see Captain Beef, I am going to lose my shit. It sounds like something from a gay porn. It just is Captain Beef in pick some sort of lascivious title. I'm a shitty son, so he's Captain Beef Jr. It's like going to. I'm gonna go to a restaurant. I want the Captain Beef Jr. meal.
by ear, by heifer and steer. I, Captain Beef, shall prevail!
Stop doing that. Oh my god. Stop it. I mean, clearly he's gonna become my greatest pirate member of my greatest member of my crew. Oh my god. I'm gonna. You know what? I don't do it in this video, but next time I load the game up, I'm gonna make him my first mate. It's Majima. Captain Majima and Captain Beef sail the seas. It's so fucking dumb. I love it. Oh, man. I know, somebody's going to accuse me. Like, really, AJ, you find this that funny? Yes! I'm a simple man, everyone. I am a simple man. I love... Again, it's, you know, people are like, oh, are you one of those guys that just laughs at like, minor, you know, it's like, haha, something sounds mildly dirty, I'm going to laugh at it. Yes. Yes, I am. Because I like to have fun. You know, come on. I will laugh at something that sounds dumb because it's funny to me. You know, you want to say it's so juvenile. Uh-huh. And in a serious situation, sure. I won't laugh at it. You know, I'll say this, back when I did drum corps, for people who don't know, this is the best way I can describe what drum corps is to people who really don't know. I've explained it on the channel before, but essentially what it is imagine like travel baseball teams. Again, I guess I'm speaking this from an American perspective, but you know, it's like we have baseball teams that aren't run through, you know, aren't run through schools or anything like that. They're independent organizations that travel around the country, go to tournaments, and this is how a lot of younger people who are very, you know, interested in baseball, you know, get good to then play in high school and then college and then maybe pros. So that's, you know, that's the whole thing. So, you know, you have that. Well, for people like me who are band nerds, we have drum corps, which is kind of like a travel version of marching band. You know, they aren't, you know, it's brass and percussion and color guard, no, you know, and they're not done through schools or anything. It's all its own deal. It's a whole thing. It's really cool. I have a lot of fun with it. I think I did it for 6 years. Okay, so I have a big, lot of experience in it. I forget where the hell I was going with this. Oh, right. Sorry, I got sidetracked. You know me, I'm a rambler. My point being, through doing this, I had to do a lot of, we had people who actually came and talked to the horn line, you know, the brass players, about basic rudimentary dance concepts. You know, so, you know, first position, second position, you know, all those positions and different dance terminology and everything, because, you know, we as horn players do some limited choreography. Not as much as, you know, the color guard who are doing like actual dance, but, you know, we still do some level of it. And we would get, we'd have members of our staff who would tell us to shut the fuck up when we sat and giggled that, you know, they're like, hey, okay, you're gonna do this, and, you know, this, you know, this, you know, move like this, and position yourself like this, and, you know, people, because as they put it, it's the primary juvenile response when, you know, somebody does something, you know, asks you to do something that you're mildly uncomfortable with, you try and make a joke out of it, yada, yada, yada. So, you know, there's a side of me that can be serious, and when it's time to be serious about that, I can sit there and go, and, you know, also this environment, this storm and everything is fucking awesome. But yeah, so like I said, I can do the whole, you know, be serious when I want, but while I'm sitting here on my, you know, sitting here goofing around on my YouTube channel, I think I'm allowed to sit and laugh at. Somebody said penis, and I can sit and laugh at that. That's so. There you go. There was me trying to defend myself against nobody. All right, time to level up my crew, including. Come on, show him. Oh, do I not? Oh no, he's on there. Okay, yes, Captain Beef.
Set sail for riches!
It's like All Might when he's not in his little skeleton form. So this one is, instead of kind of running through a gambit and all that, it's essentially beat this many enemies. And it gets harder. I think they throw some, not necessarily bosses, but they throw some like more elite enemies at you as it continues. But kind of if you know where to position yourself when you know they're gonna start quote unquote spawning, you know, like their little like drop zones, you can kind of position yourself and start attacking right as they're landing, so you can get a lot of like early hits in. Oh, that was cool. Ew, well, okay. Look, normally, I've always found it weird that, like the heat actions that Kiryu does, like some of those guys, I'm like, it's like, Kiryu, your whole thing is that you kill, that you essentially took the, what's the word I'm looking for? You sort of took the fall for your buddy for killing a man. Or killing your patriarch. I guess it's even, within the culture is even worse than just killing a man. So you took the fall for killing a man. And then you go and do your heat actions of you shoved a man's, you microwaved a man's head. It's like the stories are trying to go, he wouldn't murder someone, or at least wouldn't murder somebody without due reason. I'm like, okay. You just you just broke a man's jaw by curb stomping it. I'm like, I'm pretty sure some of these guys died. They had to have. I was about to make that, same thing with Kasuga. It's like, oh, Kasuga is too happy-go-lucky to kill someone. He just took the blame for killing that guy for the son of his patriarch. I'm like, okay, yeah. But dude, you're running around hitting people with these baseball bats with, barbed wire and shit on them. Like, you're telling me that nobody was either seriously injured and or died from that? I'm just saying. But it makes way more sense with Majima doing these things. Seeing that he's insane. I was trying to think of a nice way to say it. Nah, he's crazy. And we love him for it, but he's crazy. We're just trying to, for the love of God, just go down. I love that move.
We did it! What in the... What could it be? Not too shabby.
I don't know what it is about the treasure the treasure book thing. I fucking love it. Like it's not that super unique. When there's something about it that I really love the design of the menu. And I know somebody's gonna go, "What's so cool about it?" And I'm like, I don't know. It just is to me, and it's one of those things. It's just simply because graphic design is my passion. But yeah, I love just neat menu designs, and there's just something. It's simplistic. It's in theme. Just looking at all the treasures, I think the art's cool. To me, I love a well-crafted, simple, cool-looking menu. It's just my thing, man.
We get caught in there, we're in trouble.
We better keep moving and try to avoid it.
God damn it, if my editing skills were good, not even better, just good, because my editing skills suck something awful, but I would put in the One Piece rap. That's right. Not We Are, the song that I didn't know was the actual theme song to One Piece for the longest time. I'm talking the One Piece rap. That's right. The 4Kids theme song. Which not on the same level as We Are, because We Are is fucking awesome, and oddly enough, a cultural, just something that's massively culturally relevant in Japan. And I say that because, it was so weird when I was reading, God damn it, what manga was I reading? I was reading Gantz. That's what it was. And then, at some point, the main character needed everyone, on the world, or the planet or something, to everyone to sing the same song to... Gantz is weird. I can't remember the context of it. But everybody had to, be unified in thinking the same thing, and we're fighting against the aliens, blah, blah, blah. But, so he gets everyone together, and they're all singing the One Piece theme song. It's just... We Are is such a culturally, when I say culturally significant, I mean, it's just something that just so many people know. It's just so, it's just so... I'm not saying it's, taught in schools or anything. It's just something that a lot of people just know, which I think is super cool when a piece of media can permeate itself into the world like that. I think that's really cool.
These are some good...
Mix that with the fact that We Are is A, an awesome song, B, Hiroki... Is it Hiroki or Hiroki? Hiroki Kitadani is a fucking beast when he sings that song. It is so good. I mean, he is such a great voice. From what I remember, his career was actually on a downswing when he in that song helped rejuvenate his career. He is such a good voice. It's really cool listening to him sing that. But
nice topsail breeze.
So essentially, what I'm saying, sorry, I got off track here. I was trying to say, yes, I love We Are, but oh my god, man, there is something it just brings me back to being a kid, hearing the 4Kids One Piece rap. It's so stupid when I think about it. Oh my god, I love that song. I love going back and looking at the 4Kids dub way back when, and just going, oh man, I remember so many of these. When Helmeppo held Kobe down, when in the shit, what was the name of the island that they go to right after they take down Alvida? The island that Zoro was held on that post by Helmeppo, which was Axehand Morgan's son. I cannot remember the island's name. You know, that island that I'm talking about. Helmeppo held a gun up to Kobe's head, and it was instead of it being like a pirate pistol, it's still kind of got like a pistol grip. It's got this weird contraption that's gonna swing a boot down and kick him in the face. All the guns are water guns. When Nami stabs Usopp, instead of, you know, in the actual anime where she stabs her hand to create the blood, she uses a rubber knife and stabs a tomato or something. God damn it. That, or Sanji's cigarette was always a lollipop. God, man. I just for the hell of it, I would have loved to see what 4Kids did with the rest of the pre-time skip One Piece. I would have loved to see it. You know, part of me, I keep saying this. When I hear, because I have a friend who's also likes One Piece, and he asked me, "Oh man, are you excited for the what's it going to be called? The One Piece?" They're literally reanimating the original One Piece and kind of like starting the story over. You know, kind of making the animation quality consistent all the way through. I'm not sure if they're going to mess with the length or anything. I think they might be shortening it or something, like condensing it so it flows better. And he asked me that, and I said, I understand why people would want the series to be more condensed and, you know, knock out some of the filler. Although, if there's one filler arc you don't remove, it was the island. It was that anime exclusive Navy island that they were in right after they left Skypiea, just because that arc was really fun. But yeah, so he's asking me, he's like, oh, well, you know, would you watch it? And I'm like, I might check it out if it looks okay, but just, there's something to me about that, like, that 90s animation of the original One Piece pre-time skip that just, I have fallen in love with, you know? I mean, personally, I like Oda's, the style that Oda moved into after the time skip, you know, the bodies and everything were very exaggerated pre-time skip, but just, you know, how just absolutely beefed up Zoro gets, you know, like when you see him without his shirt, you're like, God damn! You know, obviously, as you know, anybody who watches my channel knows, I am a Nami simp. I absolutely love what he did with her post-time skip. Oddly enough, the character that I'm not a big fan of post-time skip is Chopper. I don't know why. And it's not Chopper's base form. I like his base form better post-time skip than he was pre-time skip. But like his monster points and stuff like that, I think are just a little too silly for how cool and badass Monster Point was. But Kung Fu Point is pretty funny. So, you know, it's a give and take thing with Chopper. But, you know, I love that OG art style of Oda's and what has it always been Toei? I think it's always been Toei. I might be way off, but the animation studio who did it way back when, the original run of One Piece, just there was something just really nice about it to me. And also I totally understand anyone who says, well, I'm not sure if I want, you know, like, you know, it's always the commitment to get into One Piece from the very beginning, and, you know, it's, you know, people ask the question, it's like, well, if I want to kind of like watch it, but kind of like speed run through the beginning to when we get to the important stuff, can you? And I would argue, if you're a real serious fan, the answer is not really. I mean, maybe there's a few arcs you could skip, And maybe you could skip Long Rain Longland, but I mean, by the time you get to that, you've already watched so much One Piece that, you know, I mean, the whole Foxy the Davy back fight with the Foxy Pirates, which I totally understand why people hate that. It's really dumb. But I still don't mind it, even that. But yeah, it's just like all the the stuff before the time skip is, yes, it's long, it's drawn out, it's whatever. But it's really good. It's all very important for the adventure and everything, which is also why I think just the length of it is really fun, is because it's about the adventure. It's about what One Piece is about. I don't know. I'm sorry. I've gone on just a massive tangent that has led to other tangents. But yes, that is my take on the new One Piece. I'm glad it exists. I'm glad people are gonna like it. Just like the live action One Piece. Glad it exists. Glad people like it. I'm glad it was good. If anything, I'm glad somebody didn't just take One Piece and shit on it. Looking at you, live action Death Note. Well, you know what? No, if you go to like my old it wasn't a WordPress, it was a Weebly. That's what I had, where I posted like all the reviews that I'd written way back when I was writing as a student. I think I reviewed the One Piece movie, or the Death Note movie. My stance was, really, it's not that bad. It's not Death Note. You know, frankly, if you want to get into Death Note, just watch it. It's available on the same platform. But sitting on its own, it was fine. I mean, yeah, it was a little goofy. It's not the same tone as Death Note. It's not the same. You know what I'm getting at? I totally get where people are like, well, it's just not Death Note. I'm like, yeah, I totally agree. But I mean, it wasn't it wasn't as bad as I think some people were trying to, like, it's so terrible. I'm like, okay, come on, it's not that bad. It's just not that good. Like, I'd say the same thing about like the Tomb Raider movie with oh my gosh, the last live action Tomb Raider movie. I'm not talking the ones with Angelina Jolie. Those were fun because she was hot. God damn it, what was her name? I can't remember. They essentially did the sort of the plot line of the new Tomb Raider trilogy, but they, of the first game, but they also added in elements that weren't really added, like Trinity and all that, until the second game. So I don't know. Walton Goggins was in that movie, wasn't he? Maybe I'm going crazy. I watched something with Walton Goggins in it this morning, and I absolutely adore him. So maybe that's why he's on my mind. But thank you, friend, for taking that guy out for me. But yeah, wherever I was going with that, just live action things, I think most often than not fall into the meh category. But I'm glad the One Piece live action a lot of people really like. But just looking at it, like, I remember seeing the makeup for Mihawk or the makeup for Zoro, and I'm just like, you look like a hipster with the stupid hair, or you look like a guy with colored contacts and a beard and everything. Like, you don't look like Mihawk. You don't have that presence that the anime gave him, and it's impossible for a human being to have that presence, which is why I think it should have stayed in anime. That's just how I am with it, and it's always been my thing with it in live action. So, holy shit! I just realized we're getting way closer to the end than I thought. I'm sorry to end this rant mid thing and how I just didn't get back onto anything important, but I'm closing out here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, social media down in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you all in the next one. But until then, I'm out.